Hey, what's going on, dudes? It's Mitch, or Bajan Canadian here, all by myself, which is really weird because, as you can tell, we're on Factions, on the Nexus, and Jerome's not here. This is my very first ever solo episode because after the first 10, Jerome and I went together, we had a little chitter-chatter, and we decided that, well, we don't have to do every single episode together always. We're going to have the freedom and flexibility to do some on our own as well as the cool ones together where we unite forces and take on some crazy quests and chop up some fools and do some raids and all that good stuff. So I'm here by myself, and I'm going to go ahead and tend to a couple of quick things on the Factions server here on hub.thenexusmc.com, the Factions Frost server, of course, our one and only right now. Hopefully we'll expand in the near future. But anyways, we left off after completing the Diamond Quest, which was killing the Ender Dragon, which was awesome. And I was given this phenomenal reward right here, the beautiful fish that says 1 roll at each loot chest. And I'm going to go ahead and roll at each of the loot chests. So let's give it a shot. I will see you all there. I'm going to go ahead and do warp spawn, and I will see you there. All right, so we've made it to spawn. We're sitting here on the loot chest zones that are actually covered in bedrock because they're not supposed to be released yet. But I had some help from the faction gods, and they've opened them up just as long as I don't mess up the parkour and fall down. So I get to open one of each of these and see what I get out of the beautiful new loot that's been added, which will soon be available to all of you. And will also, like I've mentioned many times on my Twitter, be adding tons and tons of new items, weapons, armor, and just cool stuff to these every single week. So there's a link I provided in the video description to the forum posts where you can suggest items and perhaps even see them added to the game and contribute to the Factions server here yourselves. There's been a lot of great suggestions so far. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and open these bad boys up. So starting with the lowest of the 3 tiers, the Epic Loot Chest, which mind you is still super epic. I'm going to go ahead and open this bad boy because I did earn myself 1 spin on each. Boom, baby! What did I get? I got a Whiteout Shovel 1 from the Epic Loot Chest. What does this shovel have? Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 3, and Silk Touch. Nice, sweet deal. So I can pick up some cool blocks with that guy. Let's see what we get out of the Legendary Loot Chest. And open sesame in 3, 2, boom! I got myself the Punisher. Oh, holy smokes! It's got Unbreaking 6, Fire Aspect 2, and Sharpness 8. This is insanity. The Punisher. Anyone want to mess with me? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. This sword is ridiculous. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the next one. The final loot chest I'm allowed to open here is the God tier. Oh boy, what are we going to get? What are we going to get our grimy sticking hands on today? Oi! We got Darude Sandstorms, one of the old loot items. This was in the game ages ago. And, well, this is why these are not open to the public yet, because this is supposed to be removed. This sticking item is poop. You can have it. You can all have it. I don't want it. I'm opening another. Come at me. Let's see what else we can get out of this chest. Boom, baby. Whiteout Chestplate 3. Unbreaking 5. Protection 10. Fire. Oh my. What the heck is this? This is what I like to call overpowered. Really, really overpowered. And for those of you who are like, Mitch, some of these items are too crazy. That's why it's not released to the public yet, because we're still figuring out how to sort of compensate with the items being too strong, as well as how rare the really overpowered ones are and some of the really cool drops are. So I'm going to go ahead and seal these back up as I was told to do. So these are forever closed. Well, not really forever, just until we have figured out how to do a lovely rarity system so that certain items like this really strong boob plate are a little bit more difficult to get. And mind you, there's actually items even stronger than this. There's a kit called, or a set called the Faction God Set. And it's actually stronger than Whiteout level 3. So there's some items in these chests that are unreal, like super, super good. But again, once you break them or lose them or die, you can never get them again unless you open more chests. So that's kind of the way they're balancing themselves, is you can't always have them. But we still are working on it, and we're gonna nerf some of the stuff, make it not as crazy. But we want them to be fun. We want them to be wild. And the things that I'm most excited about are things like the Punisher, unique weapons, and there's actually some really funny items in there that we didn't see. Like there's a piggy plate, which whenever you get punched or take damage, like pigs fly out of your body, which is just hilarious. There's a lot of cool ones. There's like moon shoes that have super feather falling, so you can kind of hover around. There's some that have jump boosts when you're wearing them. Just all sorts of cool stuff that are in these chests, and lots more will be added as we go. So once again, if you want to contribute to that, feel free to check out the forum post in the video description and suggest your own items using the template provided there. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on with the episode, though. I'm going to go home/home, and we're going to do something pretty special today in this very first solo one. And I'm going to create something at our home base to surprise Jerome. That way, the next time he signs into the server, he'll be all warm and fuzzy inside. But I'm going to put my whiteout boot plate on because it looks so good, so shiny-like. So this chest here, I've prepped some items. And if we go ahead and take a look, I've got a lot of, as you can see here, interesting blocks. And it perfectly fills my hotbar. Excellent. And that's because I'm going to do a little bit of pixel art. I'm actually going to be drawing a Bacca face, a pixel arted Bacca head. And hopefully it'll look good. We'll see how it comes out. Let me get some other building blocks just so I can build up a bit before I start putting these good ones down. What do we got here? Do we have anything to build with? Actually, the TNT would be great to build around with. Just because it's so easy to break. It won't matter. That's actually really handy. I'm going to use TNT as my building block. As long as it doesn't get struck by lightning and blow up, it'll be perfect. Because I can easily punch through them. I don't have to sit there chopping them up after. Alright, so I want to make his face. Let's see. I've got like a little template here. It should be about 8 wide. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would you look at that? I totally didn't plan this. I totally didn't measure it out so that it would go perfectly with the hot tub. Oh, baby, he's going to be so happy when he sees this. All right, let's build out here so we have a little artist's platform. We have a little room to work with. I feel like I'm one of those window washers. I'm just making a little platform for me. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and start building. So we've got dark oak wood planks, spruce wood, brown wool, brown stained clay, some trap doors, and I'm not really too sure how these are going to work out. I was using these to try to make his beard sort of protrude a bit so it can stick off of the face. We'll see how that works out at the end. Black wool for the eyeballs. We've got black stained clay for his nose, and the white wool and pink wool is for the mouth. So let's go ahead and get this started and see how it turns out. I'm going to alternate between these guys down here, and we'll just kind of mix and match it, just go with whatever. And there we go. So that's our first little layer. And let's just go ahead and put the opposite blocks on here. And there we go. And I've already messed up. Would you look at that? I need to have room for his mouth because I've got like a little pixel art template drawn up here so I don't mess this up because I'm not very talented in the creative department, for those of you who don't know. So there we go, that works, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the pink down there, grab the white wool, throw it here. So that's the mouth, and we're going to need to build up a little more here. Yeah, our artist platform is going to need some serious work. Alright, so now we're another layer up, and on here I'm going to go ahead and do, I think I want to do brown stained clay to cover his mouth. Heck yes. And we'll go back to some of these, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Let's build up a bit more now. And I'll go 2 up this time, save some time here. And what else do we want to do? I think we're going to go ahead and do the nose next. So that's going to be the nose. And we will drop some of those. And these are the eyeballs. And that actually looks really, really freaking good so far. I'm impressed with myself. Gotta say, I'm really impressed with myself so far. And we'll do some of that. And we're not gonna drop the wool just yet. We'll stick with the spruce for now. And yeah, we'll do that. That looks good. And then we're gonna need to come around town and do a little bit of this. And we'll double it up on that side. And let's get all the way to the other side of his face, and let's go up a little higher right away, and we'll do that, a little bit of this. Oh no, I'm gonna break this one. That looks weird. And let's see, this is the eye. So maybe I want to, yeah, I'm going to match that actually. And then we'll go like this. And we'll start introducing some brown wool. And right here, let's get a little further across again. This is so weird. I feel like I'm a real window cleaner right now. And I want to do a little bit of that and a little bit of this. And we will touch it up like that. Oh no, that looks real weird. Get rid of this guy. And we'll put some dark oak wood here. Oh, that's not dark oak wood. That's deadly. That's deadly. All right, so we want to go a little bit more up. And I'm going to do one of those. And I'm just going to kind of YOLO the rest of this and see how it looks at the end. I can always touch it up after. And we'll do that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Just mixing it up, just mixing the browns. So we got a little flavor flav, a little flavor flav in here. Some different colors, the beautiful colors. They're so gorgeous, simply gorgeous. A little bit of that. There we go. And I'm gonna mix and match with just brown wool and the stained clay for the rest of this. I think it just looks nice. And let's take a look. How are we here? Does that look like a filthy stinking Bacca? I'd say so. I'd say so, absolutely. All right, let's chop down here and get rid of all these. Get a closer look here. I'd say we did a pretty good job, actually. And then to work on his beard. This is the beard. It actually doesn't look too bad, if I say so myself. I'm impressed. Oh, yeah. I'm very impressed. That's his beard. I think we're actually done. Wow. Oh, well, I slipped. I'm going to chop up all this TNT and give it a look from a distance and see how it looks. See if this would impress the Bach himself. I think it might. I think when he sees this, he's going to just be shocked. All right, let's take a look. All right, let's see. Let's get down here. Let's get off the hot tub and see what we've done. Let's see what we've done. Oh, give me that TNT, you stinker. Alright, grab all the rest of this TNT before I look at my magnifico artwork. He's magnificent. Grazie, grazie. Alright, take a look from this side. No beard on this side. Ooh, I should have put a beard on both sides. I wasn't thinking. And then the beard on this side. That actually looks awesome. That worked out really, really well. It's too bad the trapdoors aren't a bit darker, because then his beard would have looked really good. But I think that turned out really well. I'm actually going to build back up there and throw more trapdoors all over it. Alright, so I put more trapdoors all around the other side as well as on the edges. Unfortunately, I didn't know what to do with the bottom part because you can't put trapdoors, you can't put buttons. I was trying to think of things that would be looking like a beard or some stubble, but I couldn't find any objects that would work. So I kind of just left it like that. I think it looks really good though. That's not too shabby for our first little pixel art in our faction safe world. So that's beautiful. That is our Bacca pixel art face. I'm pretty proud of it. I hope you dudes like that. I think it's great. And I think Jerome will love it too when he sees it. And I'm going to go ahead and store the rest of this stuff in the chest. And the reason I'm going to do that is before I wrap this video up, I'm going to check on the cactus farm down here and see how much we've stored. That's one full chest. That's two. Oh my goodness. This is full to the brim. Full to the absolute most. All right, I got to empty this. That's insane. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sell all of our cactus off. Make a little coin, and then I will be wrapping this episode up. So let's go ahead and do warp. What is it? Shop? Is that a no? Warp shop? There we go. We're warping to the shop, and we're gonna sell a load of cactuses. I wonder how many are sitting there on the other side. Actually, it can't be many because of the clear items. That's true. They get cleared every 60 seconds, but that's insane that it's that full already. I cannot believe that. But anyways, we're here in the Factions Shopping Center. And I'm going to go sell all my cactus. ASF Jerome. Hey, bud. I just drew you. Looks just like you. I swear I did good. I did a great thing today. It's so funny that there's a guy standing here. All right. So we want to sell. I said I want to sell. Please, people, get off of my selling platform, you jerks. You big... Oh, I need to have a fist out. I have too much monies. There we go. And it is sneak and left click to sell. Hiya! Alright, we picked it back up after. So much cactus. So little time. Sell all of the bundles. How much money did I just make? I just sold for 2,400. And I have more. I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. There's so many more. Oh, we got to make it so the shift click works. This is super annoying having to click these. Okay. A little more. A little more. Okay. Okay, we got our cactus. One full... Actually, this isn't even a full double chest, is it? I sold as much as I could. But there's still so many more bundles of cactus to be sold. I just made a bunch of cash, though. That is so awesome. I just made, what, 4,800 plus, what was it, 2,400? Yeah, 4,800 and 2,400. I just made $7,200. And there's still so much more cactus for us to sell. So I'm going to work on that between episodes here so that Jerome and I have a little more factions cash at our disposal. But I hope you all enjoyed this little episode. I know I didn't do something too crazy, but I wanted to add a little flair, a little spice of life for the first solo episode so that way when Jerome signs in, I will make him all warm and fuzzy and see the little thing I made for him. So that is it. Hope you all enjoyed. And of course, if you want to join us on the faction server, see you on the battlefield. The information is in the video description. Definitely pick up a rank so you can play whenever Jerome and I are on, whether it be Iron, Gold, or Diamond. And definitely consider buying some awesome kits so you can do some serious battle royale and knock some people unconscious. And other than that, I will see you dudes all later. And I'm super pumped to be able to release these 3 new chests as well as the end zone so you guys can do Ender Dragon fights, which, by the way, are going to be ridiculous. It's going to be much different than the standard vanilla Ender Dragon. It's going to be like a boss fight that respawns twice a day, and it's going to be great. And then these 3 chests are going to be full of really sweet items. So just check back soon. They're currently out of order, as you can see, and they'll be back with a lot of sweet upgrades. And other than that, I will see you dudes later. Love you long time. Goodbye.